many foreigner men want
Of
to
course.
talk about dating
Yeah,
or something, yeah,
I know.
as friends.
I know. I
But
know.
this man, I mean, he, how to say, I talked to him some, and after that, I realized as he really, I mean, we can be a friend.
Oh, of course,
But,
an
uh,
honest person. Yeah, got it. So something like easygoing, friendly. Yeah, got it. So some people, of course, you're right. Especially in actually this platform, you find some people. Oh, they think about normally about sexual issues or something like this, and they try to find someone to talk about. I don't know some sexual matters, but when you find someone who is really honest and you can talk, why not? Of course, as friends, that's great, so why not? And that's great because you know the other cultures. So for
yeah,
example, I don't know if Turkish is Asian or European country, because I think this country is divided into two parts. I don't know. So yeah, because I don't know, they're Asian or they're not. But for example, you see some people that really different. They're really different. For example, some people cover their face and their hair, and some people no, they're just like us. They
yeah,
actually go out, yeah, of course, freely, and they wear everything that they want. So I think it's really good. It's something like culture exchange. So
mm,
that's great to talk to these people. So, and
mm,
that was really good to me. Yeah,
yeah,
I could talk to someone. Yeah,
yeah,
Turkish guy, that's great.
yeah. And
Thank
because
you.
I found that he a policeman, and it's a bit more trustworthy. Like, you know, of course, I see him in the police uniform. So
Yeah.
yeah, because if we don't see in at least in real with face to face online, we don't trust anyone just by chatting or by
Yeah,
messaging.
of
Yeah,
course. Of course, of course. But that's great. That's great, of course. At least you're having a friend to talk English. That's great. That's a good reason to talk this. So
yes,
you don't need to, because it's a virtual friendship. So
mm,
actually, so you only think about talking, learning, exchanging actually language and culture. So that sounds great. Why not?
yeah, and why not? Someday you will be travel to Turkey again. Yeah, and
Of
we can.
course, if I can. Oh, this guy. What is his name? What is his name?
Can.
Ken? Ah, Ken. Okay, so so I think I want this. I see this person on the street. If I travel there, hi, I know you. I'm Diep's English teacher. Yeah. Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, of course.
yeah,
Ah, got it. That's great. Wow. So it was really surprising.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that you told me about your friend that wanted to join to our English class. This
yeah,
is the friend that you mentioned?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So why not? Why not? He can join. Why not? That will be really interesting.
Yeah.
There's something. Let me say something. Of course, I think he can. Of course, I don't know what are the rules of I don't know this website, but there is something. There are some free discussion actually classes that we normally have. Of course, I'm talking about the US. So we have some free discussion, more than two, of course, two, three, or four people, four students actually join together, and we talk on different topics. This is free topic actually
Yeah.
session, and that's really useful, especially in order to improve speaking skills.
Yeah.
So people can talk together, and of course, I am here to help them, to lead them, to, for example, teach them some new words and phrases. But I think that's really good. Why not? He can
Yeah.
join our classes.
Yeah. and he can speak English well. I mean better than me because yeah he says that he can speak with foreigners and have the foreigner travel to in Turkey when he takes his duty. Yeah, so uh, his English I think good enough to to make a conversation. Yeah,
Of
and
course, of
very
course.
kind to me. He's very kind to me. He he
Oh,
he 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 remind me to practice every day. Sometimes I'm lazy and
that's,
yeah, he
of course, you practice.
yeah he
Ah,
pushed.
that's great. So he's a good friend. I think he's a good friend. When he pushes you to actual study, so of course he's a good friend. So at
Yeah,
least he can help you. Maybe this can be a good reason to practice more and more. Why not?
yeah, of course.
Of course. That's great. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you
thank
for
you.
introducing your friend to me.
Yeah, and thank you too. I thank you too. It's really
Okay. So I will teach you some words, some Turkish words that I know so that you can talk in Turkish with him.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want
Of
to I hope I can talk at least some sentences like I will.
course you can. Of course, I will teach you every session. For example, yeah, we say hello, of course, and they say merhaba, merhaba.
Merhaba.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So you know hello. This is the first word. So they say merhaba and then we say hello. Okay. Well, so let's get started.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
That
that.
was really good conversation. And now let's get started with our book.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember that we studied up to part C. Am I right?
Pasi, yeah, Pasi.
Taylor, yeah, is an American who works in London. Read about her work routine and on to learn the most appropriate words. Okay, so let's do this part. First of all, we're gonna guess, and after that, we will listen to the audio, and of course, we can decide whether this actually answers are correct or no. Well, what do you think? Just tell me what do you think. Just choose.
Mm,
Okay.
okay. I usually get to work before. Usually get to work uh, before my boss advice and uh, why I and why they have applied here. Ah,
Uh,
and as soon
I usually
as
get to work.
yeah, and as soon as I arrive, I check my email and post. So the first is before, and the second is as soon as,
Great.
and I usually try to answer all important in inquiries before I go to lunch.
Yeah, good.
Uh, while I'm having lunch, I often discuss problems with colleagues. So hmm, uh, when uh, until I work long hours, I can take time off another day. Another day. No, no. When? When? I have a lot of flexibilities over. I have a lot of flexibilities over until I arrive at the office, and before I leave. No. And before I leave, depending on the daily workload.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the last word. I have a lot of flexibility over as soon as or when or until. So until means to, for example, to that time, up to or to. So here it doesn't make sense. It would say until I arrive. So of course we have something to do when we arrive somewhere. Or we
Yeah.
can say as soon as, so it's okay, but until is not really good here. And before, when, while. Okay, so here before doesn't make sense because actually the second part is related to the first part, so you need to consider it as a whole. Okay, so I think when again is a good alternative. So about number 7, and again, before or when or while, when I leave, depending on the daily workload. So
So the
let's
6.
listen to the audio. Let's check your answers. I say that for number 6 and 7, of course, when, and for number 5, what you said, I'm sorry, you said until number 5.
Number 5, um, until.
Until, for example,
Sorry,
I work
when?
until. When is better, of course. Yeah,
When?
very good. When is better.
Right.
Okay. I think your answers are perfect, good. And now let's listen and check. So, but I think you found the answers correctly. So okay, I think this one, 11:05.
Unit 8.
Oh, no,
Unit 12.
12.
Recording 11.7. 1. Recording 11.5.
Okay.
I usually get to work before my boss arrives. And as soon as I arrive, I check my email and post. I usually try to answer all important inquiries before I go to lunch. While I'm having lunch, I often discuss problems with colleagues. When I work long hours, I can take time off another day. I have a lot of flexibility over when I arrive at the office and when I leave, depending on the daily workload.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, okay, very good. And now, okay, dealing with numbers, of course, you may see lots of numbers every day. So I don't know, for example, at work or everywhere. So it's really important to learn how to pronounce the numbers correctly, especially when it comes to numbers, large numbers, including 3 or 4 parts, or for example, some something like mathematical figures. So it's really important to know and to know how to pronounce them. So here we're gonna learn how to say these words. Listen, just listen first of all, then we talk about them. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Recording 11.6. 1. A.
47,
B.
362,
C.
1,841,
D.
15,000,
E.
36,503,
F.
684,321,
G.
4,537,295,
2. A.
3.5,
B.
2.89,
C.
9.875,
3. A,
3/4,
B,
1/8,
C,
6/7,
D,
1/2,
E,
2/3,
4. A,
15%,
B,
50%,
C,
97%,
D,
100%,
5. A,
£80,
B,
$5,800,
C,
150,000 euros,
D,
20,000 euros.
Well, I think, most of them, almost, approximately most of them are easy to say. But about these part 3, okay, 3/4, but 1/8, 6/7, okay, or half. So yeah, of course. So as you can see, let me show you here. Yeah, you can see here fractions. Look, 5/7, a half, a quarter. For example, this one can be 1/4, 2/5. So something like this, and about percentage, let me say something else. Okay, actually for large figures, like for example, this one, let me write. Okay. Like this. As I told you, you need to divide them into, 3 parts, and let's read from the beginning, okay? And thousand, for example, million, thousand, okay? So 478 million, and you can see and, for example, in British, special British English, they say 478 million and 325 and, so something like 1,000 and 661. So it's, and what about this one? This one. Okay, can you read it?
200,000, 1
Million.
million. Oh, yeah, 200,000 million.
Just 200 million. 200 million, 100,000.
Oh, yeah, you mean own, right? Own.
Of course. So again, so you divide it into 3 parts.
Yeah.
The first part, million and thousand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this one.
So is 200 million, 100,000, and 300.
Of course, and here we don't say and. For example, 200 million, and we don't say just 200 million, 100,000, 300. So like this, okay? And about this one, okay, so how you read this?
Well, 1,500.
So it's better to say 1,500. 1,500. For example, this is 1,700. This is, for example, 1,900. Okay, so you can read them in this way. When you have some figures, like, for example, 2 digits and 2 zeros, so you can read the beginning, that is 17, 15, and 19, and then just 100. 1,700, 1,900, yeah, of course. It means 100, for example, 1,500 or 1,700. So by this better, it's easier to say 1,700 or 1,900. It's easier.
Okay.
Well, and now let's answer these questions. What is the population of your country? Yeah, What is the population of your country or city? That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know. Okay, so yeah. What is the population of your country or city?
The population of my country is is over 100 million.
100 million. Okay. So
Yeah.
great, you know. I think, you know, the population of my country about maybe 300 million. I'm not sure, maybe. I'm not sure about it, but okay. How many people work for your company, study at your institute? Of course, so work for a company.
Mm, mm, um, 2,300. 2003.
2,000.
So
Yeah.
can I say
Yeah,
20
2,300.
2,300?
Yeah,
Okay.
2,300, of course. Of
Oh,
course.
wow.
Yeah, it's easier. And what is the average salary in your country?
The average salary in my country is uh, $250.
Two,
250.
oh, 200, 250?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, okay, yeah, got it. And well, okay, what is the inflation rate?
Uh, 5.6. I think around 5.6.
Ah, very good. You have really good information about it. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Ah,
read
great.
information, yeah, regularly.
Yeah, of course. So you update your information due to your job. So you
Yeah,
need to know them, yeah? Yeah, got it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
roughly, okay, how many people are unemployed?
Um, because because of depend on pandemic situation since 2019. So I
I know.
remember that
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
unemployed. I'm not sure, but uh, around, I think around, because it depends on it's about
I,
labor contract. Yeah, because they still work, but maybe without contract, labor contract.
yeah,
So
of
I
course.
don't
Got it.
know if we can count if we can count
Yeah,
mm,
yeah,
the
of course.
quantity of unemployed.
Yeah, of course. So we don't know. And just, there is one adverb here. Roughly means approximately, So roughly means approximately. So this is the meaning of this word. Okay. And what is the interest rate for savings? You
Uh,
know?
I know. Interest rates for saving is 3.5 for 6 months.
Ah,
And they have many interest rates, depend on how many days they saving in account, like a
yeah,
week, 2 week, and 1 month, 2 months, 6 months. Yeah,
yeah, of course. Of course, got
but
it. Yeah, of
the
course.
I I remember that lowest interest rate is 2.7 for
Of course,
one.
2.7.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Well, and now,
Okay.
okay. It's okay. Just take your time. It's okay. It's okay. Do this. Okay. Okay. We're going to listen to the following extract from a radio business news program and underline the numbers we hear. Okay. So let's listen and underline. Just give me a moment to play it.
Recording 11.7. 1.
And here is the business news. This month, inflation is up by 1.2%. The unemployment rate is now 5%, giving an overall figure of 1,258,000.
Well, so
2.
Laser plc, the supermarket giant, reports that profits rose 12% to just over $1.8 billion, with sales increasing a healthy 18%.
3.
General Engineering said it would reduce its workforce by 1/3 over the next 5 years, resulting in the loss of 5,000 jobs.
4.
The central bank has reduced interest rates by 0.5%. Turning to the world economy, this will grow by 2.8% next year.
okay. Well, number one, inflation rate,
1.2.
unemployment.
Unemployment is one the 1 million to 158.
Yeah, 1,000. Very good. And profit increase.
1.8 billion dollars.
Very good. And sales increase?
80%.
Of course, 18 or 80?
80.
18. You mean 18, this one. So this one, 18, you mean this one, yeah?
I mean
Yeah, yeah.
80.
You mean this one?
I mean
No,
80.
80. No, we heard 18. You know, 80 is short. 80, 70, 30, but 13, 18, 17. Okay, so we heard 18. Okay. And number 3,
1/3.
of course, workforce reduction.
5,000.
Good job. Interest rate reduction.
0.5.
And
No.
economic growth.
Interest rate, right?
Yeah. Interest rate, yes, of course, right.
Okay,
Yeah, of
okay.
course. And economic growth.
2.8.
That's great. Very good. Okay, well. And now let's keep going. Let's have a look at this part. As you can see here, you know, some maybe figures that are a bit, actually they have different pronunciation and British and American accent. Just let me say something that if you say both of them, definitely correct, so it's okay. So we can say British, and we know, for example, okay, O, okay, British, but we also use. We say 0, but O is okay, and we use. And for example, they say 320, that's British, and we say 320, but both of them are right, so we say, okay, so it's your choice how to say. And as you can see, so we have decimals 1.25, that's great. So just, you know, and not or 0, so not point, yeah, Not or 0.754. This is British. We don't say not. This is British. We say 0.754. And you know, as let me say something, for decimals, okay, after point should be pronounced one by one. So we don't say 754. Seven, just like numbers, 754. Okay, and of course, you know about currencies. That's really easy to read them. So just you need to pay attention to the number of zeros. So 3 million pounds, or for example, 16,000 euros. So just you need to pay attention. And as I told you, for 2 zeros after 2 digits, you only say 100. Okay?
100. Okay.
Well, and now we have a background about Marcia Lee jeans. Okay, may I ask you to read this word about this background so that we can talk about it?
Okay. Background. Marcia Lee Jeans is based in New York. Its brand is well known in the United States. The jeans sell in upper price range and appeal to fashion conscious people aged 15 to 40. They are distributed in major department stores throughout the country. At present, the jeans are made in US by a number of factories on the East Coast, none of which are owned by Marshall Lee Jeans. Competition in this segment of the market is strong, so the company has to keep costs as low as possible in order to remain profitable. In the next 10 years, Marshall Lee plans to expand in Europe and Southeast Asia so that it becomes a global company. To do this, it has decided to build its own factory in an overseas country. The factory will have approximately 2,000 workers who will produce the jeans. These workers will be recruited locally. Denim, the raw material which is used to make the jeans, will be imported from several countries. The company is considering 4 countries as a location for such factory. There is some information about each country on page 1, 105. They are code named A, B, C, and E.
Okay, very good. Just let me say something here. We have a word denim. Denim means jeans. Yeah, for example, just let me say something. When you see someone who is wearing jean t-shirt and, for example, jean pants, okay, so everything, you know, you see everything actually is jeans. You can say a phrase that is, let me say, denim on denim. When you say, wow, denim on denim, it means, oh, you are wearing jeans, okay, from your head to your toes, okay, so denim on denim. Well, this is about this word, and here we have fashion conscious people. We have price conscious people. We have fashion conscious people. It means people who are aware of fashion. They know about it. They have information about it. So fashion conscious, people who are aware of fashion, who have information about it. Or price conscious, people who are aware about price. So we use this word with different, actually, we can make combination, collocation of this word, conscious with different words, and make a good combination. So here, fashion conscious, people who have information about fashion, they are aware of actually mode and fashion. Okay, and now let me ask you. Okay, so tell me, who is Marcia Lee Jeans and what is actually the company that this person established, and where did they, of course, where did she establish this company, when, what product they produce?
Yeah. Materializins is the name of the person who established the materializins company.
Yeah. Okay. And when, where, what do they product?
Oh, when? I'm not sure about the question.
So when, where, okay, so I said when. So for example, when and where, do you know the date that actually this company was established?
I can when is for is I don't see the
Okay, so there is no date.
no date, but where is US
Where?
state.
Okay, in the US, of course. And tell me where does the raw material come from? Where does the raw material come from?
The raw material come from several countries.
Of course, so they're imported, yeah, they're imported from several countries. So when you say they come from, it means they are imported. So because next session I will talk about this structure, I can say the usable, one of the most usable structures that is passive, and I would talk about that again. So they are imported, or they will be imported from different countries.
Yeah.
Okay, and let me ask you another question. And actually, Marcia wants to expand, the company into different, maybe
Yeah.
countries or continents or areas.
Yeah.
What areas?
Europe and Southeast Asia.
Okay, very good. Europe and Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, okay, so we need to skip this part for the next session because of time. But next session, of course, we'll talk about it again.
Yes.
Well, yeah, so again, another day, another time. Okay, it's over and we need to go. But today was very special.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
That
I'm very
was really
happy.
good time with you. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
A
Of
great
course.
time. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of some days, some memorable days, of course, it's something like, I
Uh,
even, for a long time, actually, I don't know, I haven't been thinking about it. But now, suddenly I thought about, I remembered some days, and it was really memorable. So thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Okay.
And
Um.
have a great time and sweet dreams, of course. And see you
Yeah.
next session at the same time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.